Oh, Monday morning early. You can see in the distance there's a wave breaking in the harbor. We're lying at a weird angle. We've got waves coming from all over the place. Look at this behind us here. Swell running into the bay here. Coming around the point there. Got a big swell on English Reef at the back there. Yeah, should be a couple of waves today. The boys have been wobbling all over the place last night. Phew, beautiful sunrise. Looks like some waves breaking here. We're not far from where the breaks are, so man, this cat's turned around completely. Shit. Got waves breaking in the harbor. Yeah, sure, interesting. And the real swell's only arriving tonight, so this is the forerunner. Sure, check the swell coming through here. English Reef going nuts. There's a wave around the corner of this island I've got to go and have a look at. It's going to be very interesting. Oh, the swell's really starting to come in now. This is in the front of the harbor, and yeah, I've just been around the corner. The other wave's starting to break. The swell's just arriving, and it maxes out tonight and tomorrow. So yeah, it's going to go up at least another meter on this. So there's two guys supping here. They're getting dawned here. I'll have to bring the board and come for a surf. Just got to check at where I can anchor the boat here. These boys getting pounded on the inside here. Ew, that looks fun, man. It's definitely rideable. But flat. The back section is where it gets really hollow on the takeoff, apparently. Man, looks alright. Looks like we got some waves today. At last. Woohoo! Coming out with a duck to see if I can get a lineup sorted out here, because once you're paddling out here, you're pretty lost out here. I'm just having a look on this buoy because it's in the middle of the harbor, as you can see. So it looks like another potential left-hander for the crazies on the other side there. Man, when the swell goes over 2 meters, it just starts lighting up everywhere. Yeah, but it's still high tide, or sort of 3/4 up, so we'll have a look a bit later as the tide drops. I think it's midday, it's low tide. So I'm pretty sure this will shallow out and start to jack a bit more. Yeah, it's getting towards low tide now, but I got a board. The wind's picked up a little bit. One guy out here. See these lefts coming down the point now. You can see the swell's picked up a lot. This whole area is starting to move now. So yeah, it's a bit of a takeoff wave, but I'm just going to chat to this guy quickly and see if he's going to stay here for a while. Yeah, I've anchored the duck off here. Hopefully it's going to be okay. Yeah? Cloudy or taken off with one at the back. Ooh, got dusted. Not a great wave, but I'm gonna have a quick paddle. Yeah, a couple of fun ones. There's a bit of swell coming in now. The side's jacked up. There's a good 6 foot on the set. Some really big, solid 8-foot ones coming down the point there on the sets. I'll see if I can video some just now. There were 1 or 2 really nice waves. Had a wall on it, nice top turns, and then one all the way through to the bottom, just doing cutties. But really cool. A couple of guys on subs here. Pretty friggin' ordinary, but yeah, taking off on the shitty waves. Yeah, super cool to have lucky equipment. Thanks, G. Smith surfboards, Smith shapes, keeping me on the water and loose. Yeah, awesome boards, awesome performance tools. Up on a bit of a softer one on the subs. Ooh, look at the back. You got to take off on the peak, and you get 1 or 2 turns in, and then that's it. But better than a kick in the pants. Coming around the corner to have a look at this wave around the corner. I think something's happening. Oh my head. That's not even it. English reef on the outside has been breaking. That's actually flat. There's not even a set at the moment. Come and have a look around here. This is old Joao's favorite wave. Looks really clean. And this place, absolutely amazing, this place. When the swell goes over 1.5 meters, there's just places start to break all over the place. Not the best waves, but there's some heavy and sort of funky sort of waves. But yeah, if you know where to go. But yeah, it's rugged, it's super rugged. Gnarly little wave this. Apparently when it's big it breaks all the way around this rock here into this bay. But yeah, some gnarly rocks, big ledges. Yeah, it's definitely heavy water this. It's like a wild sound, it seals. A lot of water moving. That's the takeoff out the back there. At least it's clean and offshore. The harbour's gone a bit bumpy now, sort of side shore. Yeah, Joao used to actually jump in the water at the harbour and paddle across the channel where I was surfing now, and then paddle across the other side of this island, then walk over to here, and then paddle out here on his own. He tells me there's a keyhole here somewhere that you can, there's a keyhole that you can paddle out on the other sides of these rocks over here, and yeah, that's obviously the one at the top there, and he'd surf this on his own. The freaking brave man, that's for sure, man. Bit of deep water here. Sit here on your own. Woo, it'll be tough. Roll in. Oh, the one at the back. Woo. That looks a bit better. A bit of wall. Whoa, the one at the back. Woohoo! Heavy water. It's definitely surfable, but it's pretty flat. How's a section coming up now? Woo! Barrel on the ledge. Heavy wave. Yeah, if we didn't have all this nonsense with having to fly home and that, I think I would have gone up to Ponte Preta at Swell for this swell. And there looks like another one coming after this. Just have to wait and see. Really like to go and surf there, so see if we can get Kerry off and everything organized, then maybe go up there for a wave, and then from there back to Mandela to get the visa organized. We've got to be there by the 1st of December, so before the 1st of December. And yeah, sort of dickied all our plans, unfortunately, but that's how it goes. Late getting the camera going there. Woo, it's got a bit of a wall on it. Oh man, you don't want to land up on those ledges though. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. That's a steam train. Woo, a bit of juice in that. You just don't want to end up in that white water down there. Oh man, some ugly ledges. It's a Twiggy special. That's the problem with the bigger sets of these long periods. You only get 1 or 2 waves in the set. You got to pick the right one. Oh man, definitely do a few turns there. Ooh, look at these back ones. Solid 8 foot, solid. You do a couple of cutties and then woo. They're a bit fat, but now you could have a couple of waves. Nice big wave type sort of surfing. Yeah, it's still the first day of the swell, and the swell's still building, so it's still sort of messy-ish, and I'm sure it's going to straighten out. It's supposed to peak tomorrow morning, this evening through the night, and then tomorrow morning. So hopefully it gets straighter, the period increases a little bit, and yeah, if she straightens out, it could be really interesting tomorrow. But yeah, it's not really happening at the moment. I've seen it better on a smaller swell. And one day we left here with a really nice period swell. It wasn't as big as this swell, and it was working. So the swell direction's also got a lot to do with it. So we'll have a look and see as it goes through the afternoon. Now, absolute peach of a day today. I'm gonna head back to the boat and get hold of Sean and see what they've got planned. I wonder what it's going to look like down south around Santa Monica. I'm really keen to go and have a look at the dunes area. That right-hander will be going nuts, baby. Off on an early morning adventure going south, and a little paddle from the boat to the beach, and the kayak got turned over in the shore break. Luckily had a waterproof bag with, but yeah, all good. Gonna go and see what it looks like on the point. We just got into the beginning of the dunes. There's a monster swell running, but we can't go any further. You can see the water here. You guys reckon we're gonna have to, woo, look at the surf. Oh my hat. Woo! Guys are amping. Yoo-hoo! Look at the water that's been washed over the dunes. Holy shit! Holy moly! You're not going to get anywhere with a car here.
I'll put the car here so we can see.
Okay.
We have to walk.
Sean running back to get the cab. Beautiful morning. Look at the swell. Holy shit. Look at the water that's been pushed up here. You'd normally drive through here. The boys are doing warm-ups.
Look at that!
Sure. Ooh, some heavy water there. Now we're in for a bit of a walk. Have to take our stuff. We've got to walk to over there where that wave's breaking on the other side there. It's probably a freaking close to a 2K walk. And yeah, the Bali's going to be chewing chilies by the time this is over. And we're actually supposed to be back by 12 because they've got to do a barbecue. I can see that being shifted back until about 3 now. Woo. Tunneling across the water pools here. Trying to get to the other side. It's a real adventure story. Doing the paddle. Oh, yucky muddy stuff. Yeah. Ah, shit, there's some hard stuff underneath here as well. Coral stuff under the sand, man, it's hard on your feet. Let's go! Yeah, it's such a welcome break. I'm breathing everywhere. It's pretty hectic walking, but yeah, just nice to be out of that environment, trying to get everything organized and stressing. I wish Kerry was with us. She's been on the boat for like, I think 8 days now. Anyway, when we get back, I want to take off. Yeah, it hasn't been fun. But yeah, I needed this, man, just to get out there, get a bit of exercise, just do something different. Switch the old mind off. Amazing. Thanks, G. Awesome machines. Catch you later, bud. Boys are leaving the belly behind. As we're running. As I say, at least we're through the water now. Yeah, the proof of the pudding is going to be you just see white water exploding other side of this dune. It's whether it's got the direction, whether the bank's there, we don't know until we go over the dune. Arrived at last. Boys are here before me. Woo. Slow but steady, the old man got you. How's it looking? Woo. That's the vehicle back there. Right hand up there, but this is the spot in front here. You got to pick them, you know, they come in all different angles. This looks like the little point on where we're most likely to get something. We're going to give it a go on the point here. The bigger waves are shutting down heavily. Looks really flat now, but wait. Big points working up the top there. Come on, Simon! Probably 10 foot up the top there. A little bit of a hip here. The smaller waves, I don't know how it's going to go on. The set waves look like a shutting down, but it's going to be the best we're going to get. It's not quite straight. You can see there's two swells. This one's coming this way, and you've got one coming from the other side. Yeah. But the 1% that you come here. Yeah. The best, yeah. Yeah, well, that's the chance you take, eh? That's it. We're doing these skinnies. Bit of a peak up the top there as well. Yeah. See up there, there's also looks like the little ones. Yeah, here's a nice one. Yeah, here comes a good one. Little quick barrels. Ooh, it's quick. It's quick. Yeah, no. Heavy water. Current is flying as well, eh? Current is screaming. Oh, that wasn't very successful. The swell was a little bit hectic. It's breaking really shallow. There's not enough sand, and it's just jacking so quickly that it's impossible just to get into the waves. So we went for a paddle, big exercise. The current screaming there, but yeah, it was not exactly surfable. But yeah, nice little excursion. Yeah, so it was back along the beaten track, back to Swell. The boys had been doing a bit of gardening, so we pulled into a small little farming area where they do some really basic sort of subsistence farming. A little bit of agriculture the guys do here, just in the back of the dune area. Very basic. You're just stopping here to dig some earth for the plants at the club, for putting into the beds. They've made some beds there for some plants. It's so dry here, man. It's hard to believe these guys actually even do any agriculture here, but they've obviously got a bit of water from somewhere. You can see the pipes here. Very, very, very base. I don't know what they're growing here. With potatoes. Mining for gold here.
Yeah. Still there.
Well, Simon's got the action. You see, Simon grew up on a farm. Watch it, watch it, watch it. Fucking hell. You guys are dangerous. Filling up the bucky here. Simon, you're tired now.
I'm not tired.
Then it was back onto the road again to the oldest village of Boa Vista, Good to see that all the tourists are starting to move around the area, to see the quad bikes and a bit of activity in the area. Now these areas have been really hard hit by the COVID pandemic, and it's so nice to see some tourists moving around. You know, all these places are in desperate need of some financial backing and some business. The guys, all the islands have been really laid low, so good to see some stuff starting to move again. Now, as we headed back onto the tar road on the way back to Swell, I couldn't help but feel a bit nostalgic. We'd spent a lot of time here, and obviously our time was starting to run out. Yeah, Kerry and I were due to leave for Praia the next day. I was going to have to face the challenge of sailing Lyrano on my own. Yeah, join us next week and see how we get along. Make sure you subscribe, and we'll catch you then.